Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Ancient Relics in our Legacy of the Forerunners series. This is release day. So those of you who are already playing Ancient Relics, I hope you enjoy. Of course, if you're watching this the moment the video goes live, if you're watching it in the backlog like 2 months from now, it's not release day, but you know what I mean. This is the video that is going live on the same day as Ancient Relics release. So let me know what your thoughts are on the gameplay. And now that the game is out, I can finally talk in a more reviewish sense. I can finally say a little bit more about what I'm thinking, but I'm still gathering thoughts myself. So looking forward to having more detailed conversations with you guys in the comments now that the game is out. Let's take a quick look. By the way, near the end of the last episode, I queued up where is it? There it is. A colony ship for the Relic world, and then a very, very vigilant commenter who's watched her a few Stellaris series pointed out that evidently you're not supposed to colonize a Relic world until you're done excavating. So we're going to let that colony ship finish, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on it because I don't actually want it to colonize Nostia 5 until we're done, which is kind of annoying because I now have forgotten the name of the world. I'm just remembering this. I've forgotten the name of the world that I liked, so we might rename it to something else, but hey. Or maybe we'll just hit the random name generator until I go, oh, that was the one. Let's go back up to speed 3 for now. All right, so we have a good amount of influence. Actually, a couple of things happening as we kick this one off. Let's see. Let's get the mining station built there and the research station built there. Also, somebody asked me about the observation post in this particular. Yes, I did see your comment, even if I didn't reply to it. The question was, do you have to select a different type of observation? 2 answers. Number 1, we actually don't have another type because we don't have the proper policies. Remember, we're a very scientific, kind of federation-like in terms of our ethics, research-based society. So we're pacifist, and so active native studies and unrestricted native studies are not things that we have turned on by default. We might be able to turn them on, but right now they're not. So there's really only one choice. The second thing is, no, you don't have to pick one to start off the observation. It starts in passive observation mode. So you get the base bonus, which, as you can see, is 8 society research, simply by building the observation post around this Stone Age civilization. So we've got a new tradition. Let's see here. Last time we went with more research alternatives. If I go down this chain, yeah, see, pops working with research have their upkeep reduced by 20%. That's nice, but I don't have a lot of research labs at the moment, so that is not as effective as, say, survey speed increased by 35%. So let's go with that. What was the other thing? Science, ship, disengage chance. That's right. So as I mentioned last episode, they will be less likely to be destroyed if they are engaged in combat. They'll be able to jump away a little bit more easily. So Athesa is building a city district and generator district. I talked about that towards the end of the last one. What else can I do?
Incident.
Let's go ahead and get that starbase around the Jindor black hole. Let's get that L-gate in our territory.
System survey concluded.
We are receiving a weak signal from the surface
System survey concluded.
This planet, Faltus 3, out here. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. It's an easy anomaly, so let's go ahead and look into it. Meanwhile, we finally have science ships that are getting more accomplished, getting more done at once, and then this science ship, when it's done, is going to take care of that anomaly there. So plenty of stuff to do. Speaking of that, Ancient Survey Marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Faltus 3. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Nice. So we're going to have some extra metal from the Phytus system, although there's already plenty of metal in the area. And hey, look, there's the volatile motes that we will be able to bring in from the Ambizia system. Let's see what's going on here. There is an order to the Rat's chaos. In a somewhat official-looking building towards the center of town, there is a digital inventory of every single item complete with their origins. Gross misinterpretations of their intended uses, as well as some highly unhelpful notes on where to find them. The Rubricator, described as a thingamajig maker with magical powers, has its place. I love that they use the word thingamajig. Has its place to the right of the Empress Lilac ribbon, under her snout swabs, on the 4-legged box with the funny face, whatever that is. Curious. All right, so we have 6 minor artifacts from that. Now that's a pretty nice run. And I don't know how many more stages we have to this particular archaeological site. There were 4 to this one. How many were there to the other one? 4. Well, 3. So we're as far along with this one, or getting as far along as we got with the other one. We'll see how long this one lasts. I have a feeling it's going to be longer. Archaeological site discovered. Yet another. See what I'm talking about? Where is it? Okay, so it's in the brand new Isval system. Ooh, 24-slot Savannah world. A small canyon of sorts has been carved onto the surface of this planet by the violent impact of a starship. What remains of the vessel can still be found on the canyon floor, although the crash must have occurred eons ago. The wreckage appears to be reasonably intact. An archaeological expedition would be able to learn more. That sounds like one that I definitely want to look into. But before I go any farther, let's take a quick look at Nostia 5, because I didn't do this last episode. So there are lots of collapsed spires and massive crevices, lots of stuff to do. There's a shattered solar array. Okay, so evidently there's still a solar array that if we colonize here would still... So this is a special tile that would allow me, I would imagine, says unblocks immense solar array, that would allow me to collect more energy from this world. That's awesome. If I unblock the central spire, then I'll get that research bonus. Okay, or maybe the immense solar array is just the max generator districts plus 3. I'm not sure. But it's looking like there's lots to do in terms of clearing blockers. And then there's the dense ruins, which provide additional research. So kind of a research-heavy world, for sure, which is perfect for us. Really glad that we found that. This series is coming together pretty well so far. Somebody knock on some wood for me.
Construction project concluded.
So you can go ahead and get a mining station built there and a research station. And then can I? Not quite, but really soon we'll be able to. I want to go ahead and get Chohar in my territory as well, just to have this block very neatly tied off.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, so there's that colony ship. I'm going to just try to keep an eye on it because I'm kind of hoping... Let's take a quick look how we're doing here.
Anomaly found.
Okay. Rude. That's an interruption. So we have 62 days. Meanwhile, the colony ship is getting to Obnul in 9 days, so we'll just have to watch it. But there is an order to the Rat's gas. Oh yeah, that's right. I've already read that. This is what I haven't read. Massive storms are visible in the upper atmosphere of this gas giant. It might be worth the effort to study them in more detail. This is Theramora 3A. So one of our science ships is all the way out here already. Let's go ahead and research that, please, and thanks. Okay, so this construction ship is now ready to do some stuff. It's going to be a couple of jumps. Let's see how long it takes to get across here. All right, it's actually not reporting an ETA.
Concluded.
Did they change that, or do colony ships just not have ETAs? That's kind of annoying that I can't see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so in 170 days. That gives us a little bit of time to hopefully finish the anomaly. There's going to be a few more die rolls. Of course, a die roll is not the same as a chapter in the anomaly story ending. But I've kind of got my fingers crossed that we can just let the colony ship proceed. Theramora 3 frequently experiences massive and extremely violent storm systems in its atmosphere. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds in excess of 700 meters per second. The cause of these storms is not immediately apparent, as we have found nothing on the planet's climate model that would explain them. Our scientists are interested in studying this anomaly. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So, okay, we've got some trade value popping up over here. All right, those are getting built. We have our other ship on the way.
Construction project concluded.
Good. All right, can I go ahead and add you? Yes, I can. Get it done.
System survey concluded.
So the Isval system has been surveyed. There's that 24-slot Savannah world and the other archaeological site. Still have not encountered... I've got science ships heading out this way and this way. Still haven't encountered any nearby aliens, which is encouraging, because we have multiple different tracks now from which they could be approaching. Here,
Initial colonization
here.
Commencing.
Nothing yet. Ah, there we go. Did colonization kick in that quickly already? Yeah, it did. I wasn't paying attention. Totally lost track of that ship. Those days went by quickly. I guess I'm playing on speed 3. All right, so... Is there any way I can cancel that? Damn, I totally just missed it. I really did not mean to do that. let's take a look here. Colonization is going to take how long? It's going to take several.
Construction
it's going to take
project
4 years. So
concluded.
maybe by the time colonization,
System survey
I think it might still
concluded.
work out. Might still work out. All right. So Merida, we can now upgrade here, and there's lots that we need to do here. I'm going to go ahead and do civilian industry so that we can have some more consumer goods coming in, but we also need to queue up that upgrade for that building there.
Anomaly
We're starting to build up more energy, which is nice to see. We've detected life signs coming from somewhere beneath the barren and lifeless surface of this planet. What manner of organism could possibly live on Ebermachus 8? Research it. Find out. It's the only way we'll ever know. Let's close this real quick. Okay, I thought I gave you the order to... Oh, it is in my territory. Interesting. This did not get added to the core sector for some weird reason. Hold on. Why not? Not sure why. Maybe it will momentarily. I'm not sure why that's not highlighted, but as you just saw,
System
it actually threw
survey
me off. I didn't
concluded.
think that it was even in my territory yet, but then I saw that. Okay. Theramore 6, a small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will soon result in a collision with its primary. Leave B for now. Theramore 6, strategic resource discovered. During its survey of Theramore 6, the ISS Ponderanian discovered several exotic gases previously unknown to us. These gases have a variety of different uses, particularly in the operation of advanced energy-based weaponry and force fields. Some of the gases can also be used as starship fuel or even as recreational drugs. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control of the system for future exploitation. So it looks like they are silicon life forms. So we're getting extra minerals
Construction
from
project
that world we were
concluded.
just looking into. All right, so now we have some more research coming in. Oh, wow, we have Zro in Ebermachus as well. Okay, so we've got strategic resources near us. This series is starting very well.
Research concluded.
This particular playthrough is going too well. What's the game gonna throw in my face to laugh at me? Okay, synthetic crystal plants, and then a lithoid crystal plant. That seems new. Or we can go for fighters. Let me go for ion thruster. Let's go for faster ships. As soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and get a starbase built here. And we want Ebermachus in our territory, definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and send this construction ship to Ebermachus. There's a 14-slot continental world. That's great news. We're going to be able to colonize that, same as this one, especially once habitability is a little bit higher. We can already colonize it now. I don't have to wait, but right now it's not ideal. All right, our consumer goods almost shortage is no longer an almost shortage.
Research concluded.
And also, hang on, we're doing well on energy. I know that I want to save up the 5K to get that other faction happy, but... Okay, maybe I'll leave it as is right now. All right, so energy credits from technicians has increased. That's also going to help with that. Basic combat rolls would be good. Research station output would also be good. Let's go ahead and get that done. Zatar, really another one. Rare crystals in Zatar 4A. Now that's a little bit farther away. That's going to take some doing to get that into my territory, and I am just about at my administrative cap. So we're playing tall. I don't want to overextend my reach, but it might be worth it to go a little bit over the cap just to get those resources in my control. So yeah, this is going... I'm now expecting something to go horribly wrong, to be honest. Because we are just having so many nice things happen. Okay, and there's also volatile motes here. So I have volatile motes in 2 systems. Very nice. All right, so what would be the best system for me to add right now? I guess I need to go in this direction. There's some trade value here. Oh, can't do anything with you yet. Okay. Okie doke. How's that colonization coming? Still a ways to go.
Anomaly found.
I knew I would lose track of that colonization ship. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I knew I was going to go ADD. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Let us find out. That is an interesting question, my friends.
System survey concluded.
All right, so the Sadatoni starbase is almost up.
Construction project concluded.
All right, so you're done here. So now you're going to go there and then there. Let's go ahead and queue up Auto Explore. Well, no. Just kidding. Not just yet. Survey. 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 Auto Explore. There we go. That makes me feel better about my life. I'll just queue up Auto Explore for you. And queue up Auto Explore. Well, hang on. There, and then there, and then there, and then Auto Explore. Perfection. Okay, that might be the end. Oh, wow, that was incredibly loud. This could be the end of it. The excavating team has discovered the source of the foul stench, and it's ill boding. Closer to the center of the city are enormous piles of dried fecal matter and pools of corrosive bile that exude toxic levels of hydrogen sulfide, making protective equipment necessary to proceed further. The archaeologists could not identify the alien DNA in the fecal matter, but the piles contain partially digested hoarders. Whatever consumed these aliens swallowed them whole. Even more disconcerting is the discovery of a fresh pile. Lovely. Curious. All right, so... All right. Pause. That's right. It's under... All right, F8. Trying to remember what it was under for a second. All right, so we can gain some additional energy right now by selling off some of these things. We have 24 of them now. So I could definitely get up to above 5,000 pretty easily and still have lots of minor artifacts. Let's go ahead and do that. Done. And now by virtue of that, we have solid liquidity, and the influence we're gaining from that faction will increase. Very nice. So far, like I said last episode, I'm really enjoying the relics, and I can't wait for modders to add bunches and bunches more of them. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Ebromachus 9. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the ISS Tellurian managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Interesting.
Construction project.
Still don't know what's going on with Chohar here. Like, why is it considered... I mean, it's not showing that there's a second sector or a frontier sector, but for whatever reason, maybe because it belongs to the curator order? Maybe there's something going on with that? Discuss. I don't know. It's
Special project concluded.
Okay, after many weeks of study, our expert linguists have unearthed the meaning behind the documents found on Zarok 3A. The documents were philosophical ponderings by a famous scholar, only referred to as Talisa the Teller of Tales. Her teachings have provided us with much insight in how to better gain political results via applying different states of mind and use larger scale questions as a focus for reform. Splendid. So this gives us the philosophical edicts. F7, there we go. Philosophical mindset. So this improves society research speed and also gives us an additional leader that we can put in our pool. So I'm actually, because I know that I can do that with the minor relics, I'm going to go ahead and queue up both of those. And we are going to just do that. Hopefully I'm not being too foolhardy there, but it just, I have so many of them. It seems like maybe we had some rolls go well for us, and we have another archaeological site to explore, which I'm going to make sure that happens. Ebromachus must be a massive system. Okay, they're just about done. 2 more planets.
System survey concluded. System survey concluded.
All right, let's get a starbase built in Ebromachus. So, again, we're playing tall. I'm not going to add too much more to my territory, but I think I would like those volatile motes and this trade value in this world here. So we're going to be a little bit over the limit, but I'm going to stop myself from expanding farther because I don't want those penalties to get out of control. The Map the Stars edict affecting our empire has expired, and I don't have the influence at the moment
Anomaly
to
found.
replace it. Nice. So the survey has been completed, the survey of habitable worlds. So that's 500 society research and 500 energy. Didn't need to sell so many freaking minor artifacts. Okay. Something in the Biltron system is corrupting some of our sensory data. Not all of it, just some of it. The source of the irregularity seems to be the planet Biltron 3C. Research Biltron 3C. That's not a planet, that's a moon. It's a moon. That's a planet, that's a moon. something to... That's a bit of nuance to add.
Construction project concluded.
Later on in Stellaris development cycle, I guess. Although why it hasn't already been added, who knows. But okay, so the Autochton Monument is probably a good idea here to continue to build up influence. How is this going? All right, so we've had another roll. We have a year and a half until this colony is done. I really hope we finish there first.
Anomaly found.
A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. Words. Speaking too quickly. Aha, the planet that wasn't there. Biltron 3C is not a planet at all, but a sophisticated 3D projection. At its center is a projector that generates an energy field simulating a physical body and gravity well so convincingly that our sensors mistook it for an actual planet, producing the anomalous data. We can only speculate as to why someone would go to the trouble of faking the presence of a planetary body at this location. Sadly, the projector did not survive our experimentation. Strange. So that it just straight up disappeared. It heard what I said about how it's not really a planet, and it just ran away crying. I'm so sorry. Despite recent skill improvements owing to accumulated experience, Pinderm Dinadaska. Oh. Really? Really? Dude. Okay, well, he's not leveling up anymore. He's level 4 already, so we're going to let him keep living. Not that we can kill him, but, we could potentially fire him and get someone better. Now we have a desert world, 14 slot.
Survey concluded.
Mining station built. FTL impacts. Physics research gained. Very good. Starting to skip some of these, especially the ones that have been in the game for a while. Please finish that. I hate that I lost track of that for a second. All right, so breakthrough chance is 10%. So I guess what happens is it just rolls and rolls and rolls.
System survey concluded.
Until it gets the sweet spot. Glowing webs of an unknown origin periodically illuminate the surface of Tistra 6A. Find out why, please. That sounds interesting to me. I would like to know more. Okay, why don't you go there? And you... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add you to my territory, because I would like that continental world eventually. So I think I can kind of see the borders that I want to carve out. I think I would like that cluster. And I want to try and get down here to Zatar, just to get those crystals. And look, there's exotic gases here in Biltron too. Life Electric. Science Officer Durmden Vagors reports that Tistra 6A is covered pole to pole in a web-like network of electric impulses. These networks respond to external stimulus. The ISS Ponderanian experimented with sending a low-voltage pulse onto the surface, resulting in a wave of illumination that rippled through the network like a circuit board. Even more remarkable, the webs rearranged themselves. A secondary pulse revealed the filaments had organized into a new pattern, centered around where the previous pulse had contacted the surface of Tistra 6A. Durmden Vagors concludes that the discovery has confirmed her long-held theory that life can exist almost purely as electrical impulses independent of cellular or viral structure. So Durmden Vagors has just leveled up as a result of that mess. Or the skill level has changed. I guess that's one of the newer scientists. Yes, it is one of the newer scientists. All right, good. We have another tradition. Research station output increased by 10%. Yes, please. Let's do that. All right, so I feel like we're 5 months away now from this colony being done.
Construction project concluded.
Oh, I really hate that I missed that. I don't know that we're gonna finish this up. All right. A vessel of some kind has crashed into the surface of this asteroid. Wreckage from the craft can still be found within the impact crater. Yeah, if we don't get anything in 12 days, I think we're going to miss the rubricator here. Research. All right.
Anomaly found.
Plant life of truly incredible proportions dominates the landscape of Hawaz 2. Its vibrant colors and gargantuan size almost calling to our xenobiologists. Ah, in memory of Mercedes Romero. Shall we just sit and listen for a moment while we lament the loss of the rubricator? Science officer Pendoomed in Adazga has made some troubling finds on Hawas too. The planet's megaflora is not only widespread and gargantuan in proportion, but also predatory. Various species of carnivorous plants rest patiently on its surface, releasing aromatic lures into the air and waiting for prey to come near. Sensitive tendrils on the terminus of the plant's leaves register the approach of animals, resulting in the plants snapping shut around their hapless prey, which are left to be slowly corroded by digestive acids. Pendoomed in Adazga warns that any future colonists will have to steer clear of these predatory plants, as they appear more than capable of trapping a lone adult or a Nathi. Disconcerting.
Construction project concluded.
All right, so
initial colonization phase complete.
Okay. Well, this is ongoing. We have a crashed ore freighter. All right, well, that answers that question in one sense. All right, so what can we do here? We have a lot of blockers to clear. Let's see. I need to clear that. And I'll go ahead and give the order. I don't want to do this big one because I don't want to drop below 5,000. Let's see. Yeah, let's clear the mining tunnels out. So we officially have colonized the world of Campira, which was formerly Nostia. Which was it? Nostia 5, I think? Yep, 5. So that's 7, 6, and 5. Boom. I'm curious to see what is going on with this. Okay, we might be about to find out. The H77937 has been partially hollowed out and carved with exquisite precision. There is something familiar about the lines and curves etched into the rock. Let's find out why. Okay, at the very center of the city, overlooking the main square, is a grand, ostensibly decorated palace with a garish neon sign advertising the Empress Motel. Inside it are lavish chambers filled to the brim with treasure, from which the Empress and her board of trusted advisors governed. It is also where the hoarders held their last stand, defending their Empress and her precious rubricator. With any luck, the rubricator can still be found in its unusual spot by the Empress's lilac ribbon. Curious. All right, so we're still investigating here. We're 27 minutes in the episode, so I'm going to stop here, and we're going to have to see next episode what happens with that, because I'm with the people that pointed out to me that might not work out if I let that colonization go through, but it seems like not all is lost. So we'll have to see exactly how that plays out. And if you guys already know how it's going to play out, feel free to let me know in the comments below, because that was my mistake, but it happens. And in the next one, we're going to finish that up and then probably lock down most of the rest of our territory, because we have some good influence income at this point. So then it's just going to be a matter of building up tall as much as we can while we wait to meet the neighbors. The series is going really well so far. Again, disconcertingly well. And I've been saying this for a few series in a row now, so I'm even more unsettled. But we're playing on Commodore difficulty, so it's not going to be a cakewalk necessarily. But if we are able to build up enough ships prior to the arrival of any friends that might want to blow up our entire empire, or cleanse our entire empire, or assimilate our entire empire, etc., and so on and so forth, then at least we will have, we'll be a little bit more ready for them, because we've had lots of time to prepare and get stuff done. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.